Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 561 based on novel. So let's start. The power of elements, the thorn of thunder, elemental power, wind profound talisman. The power of elements, the holy fire. One after another, the terrifying power that was enough to overturn the world hit the Golden Dragon King's body like countless torrents, but it was like a tickling. Except for the metal-like collision sound that came out from the skin, there was no other trace. After the Golden Dragon King devoured the keel, although the dragon body has not been reunited, with the current strength of the Silver Dragon King, it is impossible to disintegrate the defense of the Golden Dragon King. In this battle, from the moment the Golden Dragon King left the customs, there was no suspense. Tianshu transforms the spirit, God punishes the Holy Dragon. The Golden Dragon King was condescending and whispered softly like a master. Immediately, a multicolored dragon full of mysterious aura slowly emerged from the Golden Dragon King's body. Just as it emerged, it was like a playful young dragon, constantly waving its body, causing the entire void to twist slightly. That kind of power is probably not comparable to any ordinary peak of the ninefold reincarnation. The tiny dragon horns on the head of the multicolored dragon swayed, and it flashed an extremely strong ancient wave. Without any hesitation, it directly broke away from the control of the Golden Dragon King and slammed into the body of the Silver Dragon King. The power of the Dragon God. Looking at this extremely small, but the multicolored dragon shadow whose power made him uneasy, the Silver Dragon King's purple pupils twitched slightly as he muttered in a low voice. The little guy was full of powerful fluctuations of judgment and sanctions. Wisdom Keel, crystal from the dust world. A peculiar light flashed on the head of the Silver Dragon King, and then a dazzling light beam burst out from his mind, carrying an extremely majestic soul power, facing the roaring multicolored dragon shadow above the sky. Emit. The wisdom dragon bone has already brought his soul power to the immortal ascension boundary. Although it is not as good as Xiaoyang, it is enough to cause a very effective killing against the Golden Dragon King, who knows nothing about soul power. H. The things of the dragon family, how can you allow your sinful dragon to use it? Immediately, the dragon mouth of the colorful dragon shadow moved slightly, as if the real dragon was coming again, and a very silent voice gushed out. Guru, how is that possible? At this moment, with the emergence of this voice, in the back of the Silver Dragon King's mind, a piece of keel was surrounded by dim light, but the colorful keel around him exuded a long-lost unease, and immediately unilaterally cut off the connection with the Silver Dragon King completely. It seems that the energy young dragon condensed by the Golden Dragon King with the keel in front of him is not an ordinary young dragon, but a dragon with extraordinary power. Boom. It can't be said that the five-colored dragon shadow is like a punishment messenger appointed by the dragon god, directly descending from the sky, carrying the dragon horns that kill everything, and rushing towards the Silver Dragon King. The biggest reliance is that the wisdom keel fails, and all the elemental power in the body is suppressed by the colorful dragon shadow. Today's Silver Dragon King is like an ordinary girl. Fear, the golden dragon shadow, the two are constantly magnifying rapidly in her purple eyes. She seems to have foreseen her end, and hurriedly roared at the Golden Dragon King in the distance. Big brother, I was wrong. You are giving me a chance. We are. The voice was full of endless fear and anxiety. In this situation, she had no chance to resist. You have no chance. The Golden Dragon King closed his eyes slightly and turned around, as if he could not bear to watch the tragic scene of the Silver Dragon King's destruction. Immediately, the multicolored dragon shadows flashed past, and the multicolored monstrous dragon power flickered around him. Just a moment later, the mighty and ambitious Silver Dragon King disappeared quickly. Just a moment before and after, a keel and a group of source light shimmering with dazzling elemental power dormant in the air. In addition, there is a silver dragon egg only the size of a head. Above the dragon egg, there are countless ancient complex the text, and in it, as if a new life is flowing slowly. After the fall of the 9 dragon kings, they returned to their original appearance, dragon eggs, but to hatch and rebirth, I am afraid that countless reincarnations are required. In addition to the Dragon Godstone monument, the melee of Xia Dragon King and others was completely over. Finally, Xiaoyan's power awakened Zhukuan's sanity. Some of the allied forces of the Golden Dragon King faction that were secretly captured were completely rescued, and it was considered to be atonement for their crimes. As for the other 5 Dragon Kings who were in the same stream as the Silver Dragon King, they were bound by the Xia Dragon King and others, waiting for the Golden Dragon King's release. In this civil strife of the Dragon Clan, apart from the tragic death of the two elders who were loyal to the Silver Dragon King and the fall of the Silver Dragon King, there was no other loss. If I have to say, among the 9 Dragon Kings, 5 Dragon Kings are all involved. Among them, even the Dragon King of the 9 reincarnation rank was destroyed in order to protect the 2 elites of the Dragon Clan. This is probably the heaviest price caused by the civil strife. This is the supreme power that the Lord of my Dragon Clan should have. Looking at this scene, Longhao's hearts were also relieved for a while. Simply this time, the Dragon Clan catastrophe has not reached the end of the catastrophe. Otherwise, they, the Dragon Clan's senior leaders, may die. Step aside. It was too late to collect the dragon egg with countless silver dragon patterns and the power of the other 2 groups. The figure of the Golden Dragon King swooped directly at Xiaoyang's position, and there was a serious anxiety in his heart, which could not be added. It's just that no one noticed that the multicolored dragon shadow condensed by the Golden Dragon King in the distance did not disappear after destroying the Silver Dragon King. Instead, it was like a new spiritual creature, which directly fell behind the Silver Dragon King. The elemental source light group was swallowed up. As for the keel, with the strength and size of this little guy, he couldn't swallow it for a while. The power of the immortal and immortal double holy flame was suppressed by the elemental power of the Silver Dragon King, but his life was finally sheltered by the power of the devil. Kaylin and Yunyun shook their heads slightly, their expressions were very complicated, and they were helpless in this situation. Hearing this, the Golden Dragon King immediately sensed Xiaoyang's current situation, and his brows tightened. Senior, these powers, give me. Looking at the funny appearance of the tiny multicolored dragon shadow jumping up and down in the distance, it seems very uncomfortable because of swallowing the source power of the Silver Dragon King. Xiaoyang also gritted her teeth slightly, and then said. Xiaoyang's bones, and even his soul, were all attached and eroded by the power of the elements. To heal the latter, he had to expel this power, otherwise such terrifying power of the elements would be enough to deal a devastating blow to him. Your power was boosted by the Silver Dragon King's pulling seedlings. Although you have broken free from the latter's control now, the aura in your body has already been disturbed. Even if you gain these powers, you may not be able to break through to the 9th level in your life. The Golden Dragon King looked at the purple-haired girl's serious words, and immediately shook his head. After all, he didn't know much about Xiaoyang, so he could only reveal the powerful relationship among them. 9 reincarnation rank. The power of the Dragon God. It doesn't matter anymore. Facing the words of the Golden Dragon King, Xiaoyang slowly showed a charming smile. I just wanted to save him, that's all. The dragon catastrophe has subsided. The 5 Dragon Kings were deprived of the power of the dragon gods in their bodies, and they were given to Xiao Xian, Kaylin, Yunyun, and Long Yi. Xiao Xian became one of the wise leaders of the Dragon Clan, Long Yi became the 10th king of the new generation, and other meritorious people were also rewarded, and the entire Dragon Clan was also continuing its quiet order. The Dragon Clan Holy Land, the Dragon Burial Pond where the corpses of the most powerful dragons of all dynasties are stored. Still not. For 10 days, Xiaoyang, Golden Dragon King, Kaylin and other elites from the dragon race gathered here day and night, trying every means to rescue Xiaoyang, who was seriously injured and dying. However, no matter using the power of the Flower God, the 10-colored sky-swallowing python, or even the power of the Golden and Silver Dragon King, they could not make Xiaoyang any better. This injury is really too serious. Boom. At the core of the Dragon Burial Pond, countless energies of heaven and earth gathered here, and a crisp energy explosion sounded again. Will not. How could he be in a coma with so many holy flames, demons, and even the power of the Xiao clan in his body? 10 days, nearly 1,000 attempts before and after, all ended in failure. At this moment, the line of defense in Yunyun's heart seemed to have collapsed slightly, and she couldn't hold back the tears in her eyes. It's all right, there will definitely be a solution. Seeing Yunyun's haggard and sad appearance, Cai Lin also hurriedly stood up to support the latter's trembling tender body, and her jade hand slowly patted her back, soothing Yunyun's mind. Xiaoyang, the Golden Dragon King, shook his head slightly and sighed. Today's Xiaoyang, the soul eroded by the power of the elements in the body, the bones are all cleared by Xiaoyang, but the injury in the body does not show any signs of improvement. It seems that he has fallen into a state of suspended animation, even with the background of the current Dragon Clan, couldn't find a solution. Try it with the will of the Dragon God. Xiaoyang hesitated for a moment, then suddenly spoke. No. The power of the Dragon God's will is too powerful. Xiaoyang's body and soul cannot withstand this level of power. As soon as Xiaoyang spoke, she was denied by the Golden Dragon King. It's not that the Golden Dragon King is stingy, but the power of the dragon god's will is too domineering. Dragon Lord, this is your keel. The next moment, Long Hao flashed from the distance of the dragon pond, holding a very exquisite dragon box in his hand, in which a huge keel lay quietly in it, exuding endless heaven-shattering might. Though the dragon bone is powerful, it doesn't fit Xiaoyang's situation. You should keep it for yourself, Senior Golden Dragon King. Thank you for your help these days. I want to bring him back to the endless fire territory. I believe that with the experience of Yaoji and the Great Elder, there should be a way to save him. Seeing such an anxious situation, Cai Lin also forcibly endured the grief in her heart. At this time, if even oneself is completely collapsed, I am afraid the situation will only become out of control. As Kaylin's voice fell, Long Hao and the others also looked at each other in dismay, and remained silent for a while. However, the Golden Dragon King was the only one who was not affected by Kaylin's words in the slightest. He reached out and took the box containing the heaven-shattering keel, and walked towards the crystal stone platform in the depths of the dragon burial pond. On the crystal stone platform, Xiaoyang was still lying quietly in it, the immortal flames beating slightly, sheltering Xiaoyang's inextinguishable origin. Even the body that was already riddled with holes was also in 10 days. Fixed a lot. Dragon Lord. Looking at the strange behavior of the Golden Dragon King, the 3 dragon elites behind Long Hao exclaimed in surprise. The sky-breaking dragon bone and the Golden Dragon King are very compatible, but it does not mean that they are compatible with Xiaoyang. The keel's increase is strong, but if the Golden Dragon King forcibly implants the sky-breaking dragon bone into Xiaoyang's body, if it causes a backlash, I am afraid the situation will only get worse. Crack. Involuntarily, the Golden Dragon King raised his right hand, bathed in a dazzling golden light, and immediately grabbed it directly behind his own without any hesitation. It seems like an understatement, but Long Hao and other high-level executives at the back exclaimed and lost their voice. Dragon Lord, absolutely. The Golden Dragon King wants to take out the Tianshu keel that was swallowed by himself and replace it with Xiaoyang? Now that the strength of the Golden Dragon King has already reached the peak of the 9 reincarnation rank, it only needs to retreat for some time again, completely absorb the power of the keel, and break through the shackles is just around the corner. If the keel is taken out at this time, not only the source will be backlashed, but if there are any sequelae left, it may be an unprecedented disaster for such a large dragon clan. Old and useless. The Golden Dragon King ignored the roars of the people behind him, and between his gestures, blood dripped from his back, and in his palm bathed in golden blood, there was an ancient bone block wrapped in emerald color. As soon as the bones came out, a unique tide of heaven and earth was set off in the dragon burial pond here, as if countless keels that had fallen for thousands of years worshipped them. The Golden Dragon King forcibly endured the feeling of weakness emanating from his body, and immediately raised his hand, directly splicing the keel towards Xiaoyang, who was in a coma. At the same time, the heaven-breaking dragon bone appeared smoothly, and in the blink of an eye, it refitted on the back of the Golden Dragon King. This is the maximum that the Golden Dragon King has been able to achieve so far. Now that the Silver Dragon King has fallen, Xiaoyang, who has obtained the latter's original power, can temporarily replace the Silver Dragon King's position, but her strength can only stay in her whole life. The pinnacle of the eightfold reincarnation. The civil strife has just ended, the vitality of the Dragon Clan has been severely damaged, and the evil clan outside the realm is eyeing it. As the master of the Dragon Clan, the Golden Dragon King naturally needs to think for the Dragon Clan and the world. However, such a move by the Golden Dragon King has undoubtedly brought tears to the eyes of countless dragon powerhouses. Little guy, this is the greatest contribution that Uncle Ben can do for you. It's almost time to wake up. After all, in this world, there are still many people who support you. Don't let them wait for you for too long. At this moment, the Golden Dragon King said weakly, but Xiaoyang in front of him, with this bone of the dragon god, the flesh and bones that had fallen into death in his body seemed to spring up like bamboo shoots after a rain, showing signs of recovery. Looking at this scene, Kaylin and Yunyun also had strong surprise in their eyes. This thing, give it back to you. Until this moment, the jade box holding the will of the dragon god in Ziyang's hand was completely returned to the Golden Dragon King. This scene of the Golden Dragon King just now has undoubtedly won everyone's confidence. And Ziyang knows that the extraordinary power of the dragon gods may only be swallowed by the Golden Dragon King. A strong man who was able to break through the pinnacle of the 9 reincarnations with the dragon god's bone was willing to take the initiative to strip away and give up that supreme power for Xiaoyang's sake. Such determination is probably not something that ordinary people can achieve. Looking at Ziyang's scene, the Golden Dragon King nodded slowly. The Dragon Clan's catastrophe is over, and when he waits for him to leave the customs again, I am afraid it will be the moment to save the Xiao clan and dominate the decisive battle. The Dragon Clan is rectified, and the clan is closed for a year. 1 year later, the Big Thousand will be reborn, and the ***** battle will be outside the realm. As soon as the words fell, everyone followed the Golden Dragon King out of here and went to retreat towards the Dragon Tomb. Only Kaelin, Yunyun and Xiaoyang sat quietly in the depths of the Dragon Pond, but before the latter left, they left Kaelin, the supreme method of the Dragon Clan, the 9 transformations of the Dragon God completely to Kaelin. The 8th change, Dragon God's breath. The 9th change, the Dragon God is coming. Dragons, the end. After the end of the civil strife in the Dragon Clan, with the rectification of the Golden Dragon King, the Dragon Clan also resumed its former prosperity at a very fast speed, but the end of the civil strife this time has caused the overall strength of the Dragon Clan to be weakened a lot. In this regard, the Golden Dragon Wang Heron ordered the whole clan to retreat, and many Dragon Clan powerhouses fell into retreat one after another to accumulate strength for the next decisive battle. And with the closed cultivation of the entire dragon race, Xiaoyang and others were quietly entrenched in the dragon burial pond, quietly cultivating. At the same time, the Dacian world and even some mysterious and humorous places are also experiencing scenes of unknown things. Those things can be said to have made the situation in Dacian, which was already in the midst of fire and water, even more tense. In the territory of the Great Thousand Worlds, there is a power that is enough to rank among the peaks of the human world, the Undying Holy Tomb Mountains. Here is the residence of the Undying Holy Lord. Since the end of the Sea of Reincarnation, the Undead Holy Master has returned here, sorted out everything in the Undead Holy Tomb mountain range, and made full preparations for joining the Endless Flame Alliance. Is this the Tomb of the Undead? At this time, on the periphery of the mountain range, an enchanting shadow filled with grey thunder flashed like a ghost in this slightly gloomy area. In the grey eyes, there was even a maddening smile, and a faint trace of it. The ultimate grey fox. As soon as the voice fell, the figure started to move, took a calm pace, and swept away at the gloomy palace at the core of the cemetery mountain range, as if it was specially aimed at some people. The wave around him is chilling. Tomb Master, now that the powerhouses of our reincarnation class have been rectified, it is time to set off for the headquarters of the Endless Flame Alliance. After all, the current situation is turbulent. If we don't choose the shelter of powerful forces in time, once the decisive battle starts, we will inevitably be affected. In the gloomy hall of the cemetery mountain range, in front of the Undead Holy Master, a group of confidants with solemn expressions gathered together and urged them one after another. After the Battle of Samsara Sea, the extraterritorial evil clan lost a lot, but now there is no sound of wind. I am afraid it is not a good sign. Now that you're ready, let's go. The other guards will guard this place. If we can come back alive after the war, this is still our base camp. There was a little reluctance in the eyes of the Undead Holy Master, especially the strange coffin behind him, which was shimmering with endless mystery, and it was obviously a thing of extraordinary origin. But at this moment, they have to make a choice. After all, these forces, although they are quite famous in the world, but when facing the evil races outside the territory, they sincerely feel powerless. The most important reason is that within these peak forces, there is not any powerhouse of the 9th level reincarnation rank, not even the half-step 9th level. It seems that all the powerhouses who have surpassed the peak of the 8th level reincarnation will be restricted and summoned by the center of the human world and cannot remain in these forces. All kinds of things can't help but make countless strong people have a kind of confusion. It seems that the rules and order of this world are completely in the hands of the center of the human world. But this is also a helpless thing. After all, since the disappearance of the Xiao clan, everything in the entire world is almost under the control of the center of the human world. Now after the reincarnation of the sea, the recovery of the elders of the Xiao clan and others has made the Endless Flame Alliance. This new force has become the best foothold in the minds of countless great world forces, trying to move closer to it. In this regard, the center of the human world still maintains its detached status, and no one knows what is so strange about it. Go. The voice fell, the Undead Holy Master stood up, and his body flashed with a strong gloomy corpse aura, and immediately took the lead in tearing the space channel, preparing to open the way for these elite teachers. He brought these elite teachers to join the Endless Flame Alliance, and Xiaoyang had no reason to reject him. After all, the current Endless Flame Alliance is probably planning matters in the underworld, and such a backbone under his command is also very important. Dong dong dong. And just as the coalition was about to set off, an extremely strong thunder attribute energy suddenly emerged from the sky and the earth. This is Ray. The eyelids of the undead Holy Lord trembled violently, looking at a rising enchanting shadow under the Holy Sepulchre Mountains. A sudden uneasiness in his mind expanded rapidly. Although this breath is the same as his own, judging from the perception of the undead Holy Master, it is definitely not the ordinary peak level of the eightfold reincarnation. It seems that the power in the latter's body is so powerful that it is difficult for him to resist. Let's go in such a hurry. Then I'll give you a ride. Looking at this group of small human beings like ants, the enchanting shadow shook her head softly. The thunder is dead. The sneering voice slowly fell, and the gloomy corpse aura of the entire world was instantly wiped out by the extremely violent thunderous breath. Countless powerhouses did not have time to respond, and they were all destroyed. After all, the caster who attacked the sky and the earth has reached the peak of the eightfold reincarnation, and there is a power in his body that surpasses the understanding of the undead Holy Master. Even the undead Holy Master cannot resist. The power in the main body of the undead saint is overcome by the opponent's attributes, not to mention the protection of the army and mountains behind him. For a time, the undead saint cemetery was like a violently shaking star, which exploded in an instant. Countless bright energy sparks, it formed a very beautiful storm of destruction and raged. There were no unnecessary cries, miserable voices, and under the grey thunder, everything died. In the entire undead holy cemetery, it seemed that no one was spared. It was extremely miserable. There is one more place. As long as I complete this last task, I will be free from that mirror. With the blessing of the Creator's power, I can break through the 8th level. Actually always treat me as a replica. It's ridiculous. The Master already has his own wisdom. If it weren't for the annoying mirror power, how could I become an existence driven by others? The voice just fell, and the enchanting voice did not show any signs of staying, and immediately got up and shuttled in the void, rushing towards the last destination. At the peak of the 8th level reincarnation, the dazzling grey thunder on his body is exactly the same as that of the Thunder Lord under the Endless Flame Alliance. There is even a monstrous evil force in the latter's body that is difficult to detect. Lei. Thunder Lord. Endless Fire Territory, you deceive people too much. This time, the Lord will definitely not make it easier for you. With the complete disappearance of this shadow, in the endless dust of ruins, a messy figure slowly struggled from it, and the gloomy coffin behind him completely sheltered his mind. No substantial harm was done to the latter. But at this time, the anger between the words of the undead Holy Master has already made him completely lose his mind. Under his own eyes, the undying Holy Cemetery was forcibly destroyed by the Thunder Lord of the Endless Flame Alliance. This hatred is unbearable. In an instant, with a seriously injured body, the undead Holy Master moved towards some areas where the center of the human world was stationed in the human world. This time, with the participation of the undead Holy Master, this matter is probably inseparable from the Endless Flame Alliance. With the destruction of the undead Holy Cemetery, in the void of the human world in the world, there is a supreme holy place that belongs to the kingdom of angels, the Holy Sea of Light. Today's Holy Light Holy Sea, surrounded by golden light, countless sacred breaths have completely transformed this place into a real holy place, and it has become synonymous with the kingdom of angels in the vast world. Countless believers of light worship here day and night, making it the highest holy place under the kingdom of angels. In addition to the endless pilgrimage of believers of light, who have provided majestic power of faith for the kingdom of angels, some well-headed human beings in the world want to seek help from angels, step into the kingdom of angels, etc., only through the holy sea of the holy light. The Pope himself approves it. The Pope of the Holy Light Holy Sea has 8 reincarnation levels and 8 purple wings, but the latter does not belong to the Slaughter Angel faction, but rather belongs to the Angel Queen faction. And almost no one knows that the original Liu Qing, the son of Light Liu Hao and others also lived in seclusion here. With the identity of the Son of Light, the 2 brothers and sisters lived very comfortably here. 2 adults, the situation of Dacian world and the evil race outside the territory is not optimistic. In my opinion, at this moment, it is not appropriate to return to the Holy City of Angels. The Holy City of Angels is heavily guarded, although the safety factor is extremely high, but with the nature of killing angels, if you know that the Son of Light is still alive, I am afraid that it is very likely to kill you. After all, the Queen of Angels has not yet succeeded in retreat. In front of the 2, a pope wearing a silver crown walked slowly, obviously making plans for the 2. After all, if it wasn't for the help of the Son of Light over the years, his strength would not have been promoted so fast. In return, he is naturally willing to support the 2. Sir Pope, thank you for your hard work. After some conversation, Liu Qing nodded slightly, agreeing with the other party's opinion. After Liu Hao won the decisive battle between Emperor Do Continent and Xiaoyang, the Holy See was defeated. Originally, he was going to enter the kingdom of angels. However, because Liu Qing took care of the anger of the killing angel, Liu Hao, the son of light, used some special power to cover up Slaughter Angel's exploration of his breath. After all, the son of light is the messenger of light. Although his strength is not as strong as Slaughter Angel, he still has his own pride. In addition, Slaughter Angel is plagued by many miscellaneous things, and this matter is so unresolved. 3 adults, the big thing is bad. There is an uninvited guest who is now occupying the entire space of the Holy See and is coming. In the splendid hall, just when the 3 of them were talking to the key, there was a Holy See guard hurriedly pushing the door and looking serious. What? Someone dare to provoke our holy light Holy See? Hearing the words, the Pope was slightly shocked, and the majestic pure white filaments slowly overflowed, setting off the whole hall with a sacredness. Go! As soon as the voice fell, the Pope brought his bodyguards with him, summoned the elites of the Holy See, and gathered around the strong man who had broken into the Holy See. This was his duty as the Pope. Sister, let's go too. Watching the Pope leave, Liu Hao also nodded thoughtfully and said, the initial defeat, coupled with Liu Qing's enlightenment and teaching, made this Son of Light's character grow a lot. No. Holy Light Holy See is the strongest stronghold of the countless Holy See branches under the Angel Kingdom, and the number and quality of the powerhouses are extraordinary. At this time, there are still people looking for trouble. Liu Hao, let's go. Liu Qing's pretty face was tense for a while, as if instinctively aware that some danger was slowly approaching. Sister, where are we going? Liu Hao was very puzzled about this. He was obviously just an arrogant person trying to provoke Shengwei of the Holy See. Why did his sister have such a huge movement? Go to Endless Fire territory. As your son of light, they will definitely not obliterate us. Once we fall into the hands of killing, I'm afraid you and I will die. And today's matter, I am afraid it is not so simple. Go. After speaking, Liu Qing ignored Liu Hao, who was confused, and directly pulled the latter and poured into the space channel. The son of light Liu Hao and Liu Qing both belong to the royal family of the Kingdom of Angels, but now the situation in the Kingdom of Angels is fickle, and the royal family of angels does not control the real power, even they dare not step into it rashly, so they can only hide everywhere. Waiting for the reception of the Queen of Angels. Outside the Holy See, on the central square surrounded by countless temples. Holy Light Holy See. It's really a majestic name. But this ***** is too annoying. The enchanting figure was walking around in the square of the Holy See's main hall, but saw a golden statue with a wonderful demeanor enshrined in the first place. It was a beautiful woman with a beautiful face, a slender body, and a breath of heaven-shaking aura all over her body. According to legend, the strongest person in the Kingdom of Angels, the person who controls the highest order in this world. Killing Angel, Lucifer. Crack. Involuntarily, the strange Thunder Master stretched out his palm, and then gently squeezed the statue. Countless grey thunderbolts fell from the void, and the entire statue was completely shattered. Bold, dare to blaspheme the ***** statue. The next moment, a disciple wearing a golden holy garment emerged from around the Holy See, surrounding the strange Thunder Lord. Their strengths are spread over several stages of reincarnation, and there is some kind of terrifying fluctuation gushing out under the cooperation of each other. In the face of such a situation, the strange Thunder Master grinned, and countless grey thunder foxes suddenly poured out from the bottom of everyone's heart, burning everyone to ashes in the blink of an eye. The peak of the 8th level reincarnation? What kind of magic power is this? Looking at this scene, the Pope, who had a serious face, had his eyelids twitching violently, and his entire body looked trembling. Behind the opponent's 8-fold reincarnation level peak strength, there seems to be a monstrous evil force that makes the angelic power in his body feel move. Tear. Die. Combining the power of grey thunder and the evil power of pale yellow, the power of the strange Thunder Master broke out the defense of the people in front of him in an instant, and easily broke the wings of the angel, like a red-eyed demon, slaughtering the Holy See at will. Innumerable creatures. The blood flowed into the river, and the Holy Light Church today seems to be a barren hell. From the blood light from a distance, I can see a graceful woman who is constantly obliterating everything here. The greedy face is like a vampire, unabashedly devouring all the power here. In less than a quarter of an hour, the Holy Light Holy See, which was full of voices, no longer exists. It is just a scarlet sea of blood formed by countless dead bodies, and the overwhelming resentment. Hee hee. Angel power, It's really delicious. When the strange Thunder Master completely destroyed this place, the jade hand slowly lifted up to wipe the blood from his mouth. Watching this unprecedented scene of death, there was an inexplicable excitement in his mind. At this moment, in front of the strange Thunder Master, an energy imprint composed of green energy slowly poured out from the depths of the soul, and then shattered a little bit. That's a bondage, that's a shackle. But even the guy who created him never knew that when he drove him, he secretly absorbed countless powers, and finally broke free from the shackles and control today. From now on, I am a new life. Ha ha ha. Like an evil person who had just been released from the demon cage, the corner of the strange Thunder Lord's mouth was torn apart with a penetrating arc, and a gloomy smile filled the void, and even that power was no longer eightfold reincarnation level peak level. Your mission is completely completed. And just when the strange Thunder Master stood in the holy light holy sea, which had already turned into an endless sea of blood, celebrating his new life, the void of this world suddenly twisted, as if it was instantly suppressed by a huge palm, invisible. His monstrous power imprisoned all his strength and vitality, unable to move. Even after hearing this calm voice that despised everything, a fear that originated from the depths of the soul made the strange Thunder Master look more solemn than ever. This breath is definitely not a general generation. At least the person who created himself never had this power, the creator of his own, but the four guardians outside the realm, the profound law, the strength of the 9 reincarnation rank. At this moment, the strange Thunder Master seems to have a sense of astonishment in his heart. It seems that the strength of even Xuanhu, Fa, compared with the mysterious man who is shrouded in darkness in front of him, is no different than a drop in the ocean, too much. Small. Who are you? Fear and anxiety are constantly intertwined in my mind, and the strange Thunder Master speaks with great difficulty. When he finished saying this, the strange Thunder Master seemed to have exhausted all the power in his body. In front of this mysterious man hidden in the void, the coercion spreading out from his body is too powerful. Standing here, he is as small as an ant. If the other party wants to obliterate him, it seems that it only takes a moment. You have no right to know. But if I insist, I am the order of this world. The voice just fell, and an invisible palm suddenly appeared in the void, and there was a strange milky white flame beating on it, which easily enveloped the body of the strange Thunder Master, and a wave of death quickly eroded the strange Thunder Master's body. The fluctuation of holy flame. Looking at this almost colorless flame, the strange Thunder Master exclaimed, his body trembled, and even all the power in his soul and body solidified in an instant. Under the orders of Xianhu, Fa, she has surrounded and suppressed many powerful forces in the world, and she also knows a little about the power of the holy flames in this world. But all the holy flames in this world are not as good as the one in front of her. A strange flame. It seems that those holy flames are missing some extremely crucial things compared to them. In an instant, the figure of the strange Thunder Master disappeared completely without any trace of struggle, as if it had never appeared. Xuanhu, Fa. Your move has helped me a lot. This muddy water, the more you stir up the better. The center of the human world, the evil race outside the territory, the kingdom of angels, I don't know which of you will have the last laugh. In the void, a very vague old voice came out, and then slowly disappeared here. Only the holy light holy sea, which turned into a sea of blood, remained here. Meanwhile, far away, dimly lit. Strange. The copy of the Xiao clan that was created before also disappeared mysteriously after some time, and this one is now too. Could it be that the power has reached its limit? Or other factors? Looking at the mysterious realm in his arms, the whole body hummed, and then there was a crisp sound, and the word Leju stayed behind the bright realm, and some doubtful voices slowly came from the shadow of the figure shrouded in gloomy black robes. Emerge. Even in the bright realm, there is endless demonic energy lingering in the sky. Behind the realm, in addition to the word Lei Lord, there seems to be a vague name flickering, Xiao. Xuanhu, Fa, don't be distracted. In today's underworld, the power of dark matter is too powerful. With the addition of those guys' desperate moves to cast the barrier, our army is in a dilemma, and we must seize the time to break through this darkness. Boundary. Let's join forces to break the shroud of this dark world together. With half of our current elites, it is enough to completely wipe out the underworld. As for those guys, they are led by the peak powerhouses outside our territory. This time, they will surely die. As long as the underworld is swept away, the great 1,000 worlds are just what we have in our pockets. Susu. A gloomy voice slowly came out from the dark army of evil. I know. Ben Hu, I don't need you to tell me about the law. Go. Xianhu, Fa heard the words, snorted coldly, and then the majestic evil power slowly poured out. With the appearance of these things, the entire Great Thousand World became restless. The Kingdom of Angels, the 3 shrines of the Holy City, and the Slaughtering Shrine. The shrine is huge, and there are various buildings, but it is full of splendor, and even the void is filled with some kind of destructive fluctuation. At this time, in the core hall of the shrine, on a slightly raised circular platform somewhere, a magnificent shrine bathed in a milky white halo surged slightly, and then a white dawn pierced through the endless void, gushing out, "Completely come here." The dawn subsided, and an illusory figure appeared on the throne of God out of thin air. At this moment, on the throne of God, there is a suffocating perfect and beautiful figure lying sideways on it, under the delicate skin flashing some kind of terrible fluctuations, slender long hair surging slightly, red, the naked jade feet swayed, causing waves of terrifying energy ripples, and even the pure white long skirt on top of the delicate body was extremely powerful to set off its posture and breath. Lying sideways on the throne of God, enjoying the nourishment of the countless halos behind the throne. Behind the throne, and in those filaments of light, seems to contain endless power of faith, pouring into the latter's body little by little through the latter's skin. Even if the latter closes her beautiful eyes and looks lazy, the breath that comes out from the invisible is chilling. That kind of breath seems to surpass human beings. Your Majesty Slaughter, these are the important news from the world recently, please take a look. Not long after, an angel with a terrifying aura quietly pushed open the main entrance of the temple. Behind 10 surging purple angel wings, there were some confidential scrolls wrapped in gold threadskill under the angel's command. One of the 3 archangels, Baleen, is also the confidant of the slaughter angel. At this time, Baleen looked respectful, her body bent and stared at the ground. She could only see a pair of slender jade legs intertwined on the edge of the throne. There was no temptation, the fluctuations of people were filled with endless oppression. Slaughter Angel, no matter in appearance or strength, is the best in the Kingdom of Angels. There is no one. The Great Thousand Catastrophe, the Phoenix Clan, the Sea of Samsara, the Dragon Clan, Endless Flame Alliance, Xiaoyang, descendants of the Xiao tribe. Most of the scrolls contained pieces of news about Xiaoyang. At this time, they were checked by the extremely elegant woman in front of them without reservation. The voice was filled with a rare consternation and cold killing intent. Once upon a time, the Xiao family, who was like a lost dog, could actually have another talented person. This video will end here.